I think for me it's just a kind of an appreciation or a recognition that we've got to this point in the industry where this was always the objective of the subsidies, was to get the industry into a position where they were no longer required and that the industry could stand on its own 2 feet, as it were. So I think simply the fact that we're having these discussions, I think, is evidence of the progress that we've made, and that we're moving into this new phase of not requiring governmental support. The electricity, we can compete on the open market with other electricity generation, yet still be generating green and renewable energy. So I think for me that's the sort of the main sort of exciting thing, really. It's a relatively high level response, but I think that's the main thing from my perspective. I think as we've heard sort of today and through lots of the industry press and other press recently, is that we need to really accelerate the pace that we're building projects out. The demand for power is increasing. We need to be producing renewable electricity. We've proven that that's possible on a technical and a financial basis, and now we need to really expand that generation. So we see these huge claims about the amount of capacity that countries are going to be building out over the next 5 to 10 years. It's an enormous sort of acceleration in what we've done so far. So we now need to move into this new phase of really fast and effective rollout. We're moving away from sort of the demonstrating the technology, if you like, and now we're getting into the real commercial deployment, in my view. I think that solar is probably the furthest down the track as sort of the proven technology in this space. I think the costs of deployment and the costs of operation have come down sufficiently that the risks are acceptable in sort of quite a broad area of the marketplace. I'd say solar's probably demonstrated the most, but I would say that onshore wind and offshore wind are there or thereabouts as well. I think the cost reductions that we've seen, the maturity in the technology and the understanding in how these projects operate and deliver their product to the market, if you like, is now understood well enough that this is they are ready. Onshore wind is there and is doing it in sort of smaller markets, and offshore wind is getting there. And certainly some of the recent Dutch and German projects have shown that is possible. Those projects are still to be built and operate, but those mechanisms are coming into place. So certainly it's a solar, onshore wind, offshore wind process, but all the technologies are getting there.